am so just humbled that everyone came out. You've heard me speak all these months. And when I first decided to run, let me first say, I set 3 goals. The first goal was to get all my signatures. I announced for office in May. I said I wanted to have all of my signatures, which for me was double, by the end of June. And I met and exceeded that goal. The next goal was to file for office on a special day, 11, 12, 13. If you're Facebook friends with me, you got to see that on 11, 12, 13, I took 193 sheets of signatures to the Dallas County Democratic office and filed for my place on the ballot. We're almost there. We're almost there. My third goal is to go ahead and sweep, to get all the votes, to make it substantially known that Dallas County has chosen me as judge of the 304th District Court. We're almost there. We're almost there. This has been a great ride. I'm fortunate to have had great people surrounding me. I'm so happy to have friends who stepped up right away and were out there with me getting signatures, getting kicked out of the events, hosting events for me, showing up with places with me. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate my family. My cousin right here is crying. I'm trying not to look at her because you know us. We come from an emotional family. And when one starts, we all start. We have a foundation of God from our grandparents all the way down that has poured into us from 2 people who were brought up in segregation and Jim Crow to raise 6 children and 10 grandchildren to make a life for us and show us that the American dream can happen on a shoestring budget. We all are educated. We're educated, master's degrees, lawyers. We have all given back. And that's what this is about for me. All of my aunts and my family members recognized that if it wasn't for someone putting their hand out and helping us up, helping them up, they wouldn't be where they are. And but for people surrounding me like the pastors and deacons did today, I wouldn't be where I am. My mother had me at 17. She didn't finish high school. We were on welfare, I'll say it. We lived in housing that our family provided for us. My mother was barely able to keep the lights on. We were proud in the summertime that the lights weren't on because then we could walk around and take showers all day. But sometimes we didn't do that because sometimes we didn't have a water bill, okay? But I say that to say that if you looked at the statistics, a child of a teenage mother, I'm not supposed to be here today. And I'm glad that I have this story of triumph over nothing. Because the kids that come before the 304th District Court are me. I look at all of them. They have the same stories that I have. And but for someone reaching into them, pouring back into them, they could be thrown away. Our children are our souls. Our children are our future. And it's very important that whoever sits on this juvenile board judge bench understands that. I have given back all of my life. I've been a big sister with big brothers and sisters. I mentor children with the ISD. I give back. I give my time. And I think it's important that when you come to a juvenile court, that you show that you actually have a heart for children. And I'm going to make the attorneys do that. I think it's important that if you're going to come to the county and ask for money for court appointments, in a juvenile court dealing with our most valuable resource, then you're going to show that you have a heart for children. I'm so thankful for those who have laid the foundation for me. Most of you know that the last 3 weeks for all of us who are running has been difficult. We've been told that we're going to destroy the Democratic Party. We've been told that we're unqualified. We've been marginalized and not referred to women, but we've been referred to as girls, those girls. Now I heard this week that we were all, from a prominent pastor said that he couldn't support any of us. I don't know if you know this, but because we're all Republicans. I don't know if you know that, but we're taking Republican money. Let me say to that pastor, please let them know I haven't gotten my check yet. I'm still waiting. But I'm thankful for those adversities because they don't understand. They're making us go harder. I called my pastor once when I felt like I was terribly under attack. and explained to him what was going on, and he laughed at me, told me they're trying to get me into my emotions, get me distracted, told me to ignore it and keep on moving. And Pastor, I thank you for that. I thank you for that. I feel that I've been called to do this, and I'm excited for it. I'm thankful for my campaign buddy who, when I don't want to go somewhere, she wants to go there, and vice versa. We can support each other. One thing that I've learned is that you need people. You need people. When you have a dream, you can't fulfill that without other people. So I'm thankful to all of you. I'm thankful, I forgot to acknowledge Mr. Gill. There you are. My Teamster connection who told me this week that I am endorsed by the Teamsters. So I'm excited to have boots on the ground. Councilman Shaw, I'm so glad to see you. I met him one day. I was on my way to campaign and I needed some coffee, and I was campaigning inside of Starbucks because y'all know, wherever I go, I campaign. He said to me, "You don't know who I am, do you?" I said, "No, I don't. But who are you?" And he told me, "I'm your councilman." And he sat down, talked to me, listened to what I had to say, and endorsed me. So thank you for that. Thank you to everyone that's endorsed me. I promise you, Pastor, Councilman Shaw, Mr. Gill, I'm not going to let you down. To Joyce Ann Brown, who endorsed me yesterday. Inspiring story of someone who has been abused by the system and who's not bitter. When we talked, she talked about how God has been in her life and has made her, given her this fire to keep on going and fighting that good fight. And as I said to her yesterday, and I say to her today, and to all of you, I will not let you down. I appreciate your support, and as Tammy said, this has been a financial burden. For those of you who think it's just about fun and games, about running for office, you just get to say great speeches and look cute from time to time. That is part of it. I've enjoyed that part. But it takes money. It does take money. And as she said, we have a goal because I'm trying to send out mailers. I met this pastor out at a birthday party, and he has committed his army of soldiers to be out there on the streets with me, knocking doors. If you can't give money, give your time. Right. We need people, we need an army of people who are ready to go to battle, because that's what this is. Marvin, you told me a couple of weeks ago that this was a spiritual warfare. I thought you were a little bit crazy. But now I understand. This is spiritual warfare. People are holding on to power with strangleholds, because for them it's about power. For me, it's about giving back. It's about service and what I can do for you. So if you're here supporting me, I'm assuming that you are, or if you're here because you're hungry, please sign up. Please sign up to help this campaign. I appreciate you so much, and I look forward to you coming to the victory party at 8:30 p.m. on March 4th in Uptown Village. I already have it planned. You all said, you see your Facebook, I always say this is a faith walk. I'm walking by faith. I believe this is going to be, and I'm excited, and I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you. Oh, thank you to Al from Lord Toyota, who has been a supporter, who has offered a lot of stuff to help us get this done. He brought water today, and he talked about some cars and some other things. Great. I'm just overwhelmed by all these wonderful people who have listened and surrounded me. You come out. He offered his home for a fundraiser. Didn't know me. Offered me his home and came to sing. So I'm just overwhelmed. Thank you to everybody. All right.